like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
The day slowly faded into night when the live broadcast notification appeared on the screen. Honestly, I was already used to it. I watched them almost every day. It had become routine, almost instinctive. Without thinking twice, my finger tapped the screen. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. It felt like a quiet ritual, one that never failed to soften the edges of a long day and make the night feel a little warmer. As soon as the live started, the atmosphere shifted. Voices overlapped, greetings spilled out one after another, and comments were read aloud with familiar laughter. Fans' usernames flashed by, some recognized instantly, others read with playful mispronunciations that made everyone laugh. It wasn't polished. It wasn't structured. But that was exactly why it felt real, like listening in on a group of friends who had known each other far too long to care about being neat. New Year greetings followed soon after, even though the calendar itself seemed unsure. The year-end holidays had technically already passed, yet the feeling of standing on the edge of something new still lingered. 25 years became the center of the conversation. For some, it sounded unbearably long. For others, frighteningly short. Jokes were thrown around, but there was exhaustion underneath them. "I want to hurry up and turn 26, someone said, half laughing, half sighing. Time, once again, was doing whatever it wanted. Someone teased about getting older, about how another year had quietly added itself without asking permission. Laughter followed, but it was the kind of laughter that comes with reflection. The years had been full, too full maybe. And yet, here they were, still counting, still moving forward. Dinner naturally became the next topic. Had everyone eaten yet? Such a simple question, but it carried warmth. It felt like checking in, like making sure no one had been left behind in the rush of schedules and responsibilities. From there, the conversation jumped without warning. America suddenly felt small, military service was recalled as strangely short, and boredom was confessed after years of constant movement. Everything was said lightly, but nothing felt fake. Old memories crept in quietly. Stories about learning how to drive, about failing parking tests, about crossing a line where the road paint had peeled off and how unfair that moment still felt years later. These memories were told casually, almost carelessly, yet they lingered. They reminded everyone that growth wasn't linear, and embarrassment was just another part of the journey. Then came the jokes about appearance. Hair was damp with sweat from practice, sticking in all the wrong places. Apologies were offered jokingly, comparing the situation to selling hats or hair on the street. There was laughter, but no embarrassment. Choreography practice had just ended, bodies were still warm, breaths not yet steady. Turning on the live right after practice felt impulsive, but also natural. Sharing exhaustion had become just as normal as sharing joy. The conversation drifted toward dancing, toward songs from the past. Someone forgot the lyrics entirely, prompting louder laughter. Memories of heavy eyeliner and dramatic styling resurfaced. "We're not dangerous anymore," someone joked, realizing how differently those words sounded now. Back then, danger felt romantic. Now it felt exhausting. The hardships of that era were remembered without bitterness, just quiet acknowledgement. Outfits soon became a topic of their own. Compliments were repeated, simple, sincere. "That looks nice. That suits you." There was a special kind of warmth in recognizing clothes that had once been gifts. Something as small as underwear or a jacket suddenly carried history. It wasn't about the brand. It was about the memory attached to it. Talk of homes followed. A new house. Gatherings that almost happened. Someone arriving too early, someone leaving too late. Regrets were brushed aside with humor. The end of the year always carried that feeling of wanting to meet everyone, of realizing time had slipped away again. The cold weather crept into the conversation, followed by longing. A concert. Just one more. A stage. The energy of it all. Small prayers were spoken aloud. But soon, honesty returned. Preparations were overwhelming. Progress felt painfully slow. Not even 10%, someone admitted, and laughter followed, dry, understanding. Waiting had become its own kind of exhaustion. There was frustration about announcements that hadn't been made yet, about plans that couldn't be revealed. Time stretched thin. Still, there was restraint. Some things were better left unsaid. Promises were made carefully, without dates, but with intention. Coffee somehow became the next subject. Drinking it or avoiding it. Caffeinated or decaf. Morning routines, late dinners, shared meals. These mundane details felt intimate in their own way. Invitations were extended casually. Come visit more often, let's meet again soon. Plans formed and dissolved just as quickly. Someone suggested dressing up next time. Suits were mentioned, half seriously, half jokingly. The idea of matching concepts was dismissed. Everyone should just do their best in their own way. It didn't need to be perfect. It just needed to happen. Jin Young's house was brought up again, praised openly. Comparisons were made, laughter followed. Then plans shifted. Maybe an office, maybe a restaurant, maybe a live performance at the end of the year. Everything felt possible, and yet none of it was guaranteed. Old names resurfaced, along with playful accusations about marriage and secrets being kept. Jokes about turning 60 were thrown in, exaggerated and dramatic. The Han River was mentioned. Parents. Songs that would still be sung years from now. Life unfolded in fragments. Someone mentioned feeling sore. Recovery wasn't what it used to be. That truth was acknowledged without sadness. We're still in our prime, someone insisted, not as denial, but as reassurance. Prime didn't mean youth anymore. It meant experience. It meant endurance. The live continued with brief English greetings, sincere New Year wishes, playful debates about food flavors. There were sudden plans to work out, sudden cravings for sushi, playful demands to bring some back. Conversations overlapped, unfinished but comfortable. Eventually, the time to leave arrived. Someone had to go exercise. Someone else had somewhere to be. Goodbyes were rushed but affectionate. Before ending the live, everyone was asked to gather together. Faces moved closer to the camera. A familiar pose was struck, the same one they had done countless times before. It felt nostalgic and silly all at once. Laughter broke out, unfiltered and warm. "Thank you," was said softly, simply. No long speech. No dramatic ending. The screen went dark. Yet the warmth remained. Like a conversation that lingers long after the room has gone quiet. Message. Honest. Human. And somehow, that was more than enough.